That's a weird one, right? Tuesdays? Tuesdays aren't very special. Nothing really happens on that day. That's why people put stuff on that day. Like movies are half off. There's wings specials. I think Baskin Robbins has a deal on Tuesdays. People try to make Tuesdays more interesting because by itself, it's not very interesting. You know? Tuesdays, that's a weird one. Wednesdays, I can see the allure. You know? You're at the halfway mark of the week. You're mantling that thing, you know? If you like to be on camels, that's your kind of place, you know? You love to be up on that hump. And I don't think it's the excitement of being on the hump. I think it's just like the anticipation of like, oh my God, about to get off this hump, you know? I don't think anyone, I don't think there's much excitement about the hump. Like if you look at the hump in a singular way, like if you just look at the hump, there's nothing really special about it, right? But it's the potential energy of the hump that's really exciting. You know, it's that. It's a physics problem, right? A Wednesday that there's no kinetic energy in that one instance, but there's like potential energy. That's what I'm saying. There's no real kinetic energy, right? Nothing too electric about a Wednesday, but the excitement comes from the idea that oh something is about to happen. There's potential of something, and that's Thursday. Thursday is a nice one. Thursday is like the foreplay of a Friday. You know, it's starting to get exciting. You're like, ooh, it's almost here. And then Friday, I mean, Friday, how can you complain? You know, that's the good stuff right there. But, ooh, man, Saturday, that is the climax, I tell you. That's right. That's when all the work of the week really pays off. That's where everything you look forward to, boom, there's Saturday. But it's unfortunately met by Sunday. Sunday, that's when you get post week clarity. I think that's what they call it, right? You're like, God, what did I just do? And then you're like, I never want to do that shit ever again. And you start really, thinking clearly. You're like, what direction do I want to take in my life? Because if I'm going to do another week, I don't know if I can keep doing that, man. You know, a year that's got 52 of those, God knows how many life has. It's different for everyone. But yeah, Sunday you get a lot of clarity. You start making like big life decisions. You're like, do I want to do this shit again? Or should I jump? You know? Jump ship, jump ship. Like go to something else, you know? Close one there. Yeah. But still, Sunday's nice because at least you got the week, you know? At least there is a post week clarity to even be had. You can at least appreciate that it was better to have a week than not have a week at all, right? I think that's another thing. But one thing that will never fucking make sense to me is who likes Mondays? What the fuck is a Monday is the talking stage, okay? No one wants to fucking do a Monday. You realize how much work is ahead of you, and you always contemplate, like, what is even the fucking point of this thing, you know? You think, maybe it'd be better if I just didn't do this. That's what Monday is. So when I come across this lady's fucking Instagram and she writes this giant paragraph that starts with the title of unpopular opinion, I love Mondays. I want to fucking throw up out of both of our mouths. I don't even know how that's possible, but I don't think enough throw up would come out of me that I would need to at least borrow someone else's mouth, you know? And their whole body. I would need to throw up for two people's worth because that's fucking disgusting, man. I love what do Mondays fucking know some shit about you? What Mondays blackmailing you? Why would you say you love Mondays? No one loves Mondays. There's nothing appealing about a Monday. Oh, Garb, well, it's the same thing about potential energy. I love Mondays because I know that I have this blank slate of a week ahead of me. Man, shut the fuck up. What? People that say that are just ignorant. You know, you've heard that, right? Ignorance is bliss. I think when people say, I love Mondays, they're just trying to like play into that ignorance card. They're like, well, no, I love Mondays. No, you don't. You're just trying to act like you're trying to do that thing where you speak it into existence. If you have a nut allergy, you can't just be like, I love nuts, and then boom, you're cured. No one fucking loves Mondays. Humans have, in our very nature, a Monday allergy. So for you to simply be like, yeah, I love Monday, no, that doesn't fucking absolve you and cure you from the illness that is a Monday. Everyone has to suffer. Don't think that you get an exception just because you're like, oh, I love it. No, you don't. No one does. I love to grind, and the grind starts on Monday. No, man. The grind started when you popped out and got into this goddamn world. Actually, not even really, because you weren't even online. You ever have this? I've been asking some people this recently. I don't know why. It's just a coincidence, I suppose. But I've been asking some people recently, do you remember when you came online? And it's weird that actually everyone I've asked this to gets what I mean. There's never like a clarifying question. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I came online. Yeah, so my first memory. I'm like, yeah. And I think that's interesting. I do remember when I came online. I won't tell you what it is, my first memory, because you gotta find that out in person, okay? Also, I think it's a little bit of a narcissistic, egotistical first memory, so I don't want to like put that on here, because then you'll think, ugh, look at this guy, as if you didn't already think that, you know? But Mondays, really? I've never understood why people like to, stand up on that hill and they're like, I'm gonna die up here. What is in it for you? Oh well, I attack life head on. No, I I find more success in life when you acknowledge the bad and the good. You know, the yin and the yang. If it was all yin, that would suck. And if it was all yang, well, there's a lot of people in this world that would be very upset. I don't know if you. Never mind. But you need both, I think. I think you need, you need your Mondays and your Fridays. That's my yin and yang, But to just be like, well, no, Mondays are just like another Friday. I actually, I've seen this bullshit. Some people are like, I actually love Monday more than Friday because Friday means the work week's over. Hey, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? Have you been groomed by our fucking capitalistic society, you fucking weirdo? Are you simping for a corporate work week? What's wrong with you? Now, I'm not going to do one of those weird, like, radical, uh, capitalistic rants because I don't give a fuck, but, like, it's weird. People, like, they kind of figure out how to make money and then they start preaching that actually this is dope, that this is how we live. I'm like, no, you just know the answer, you fucker. That's like if you're doing not a crossword, a word search, right? And you're struggling to find this goddamn word. You're struggling for like 2 weeks. But this one asshole, they found it on day one. So for 2 weeks, you're trying to find this fucking word. And I don't know if you're just stupid or, it is actually that hard. Maybe the word might not even be on there. But this fucking asshole that found it day one is like, I don't know why you're complaining. For 2 weeks, you're like searching for this, and this person's in your ear being like, I don't know why you're complaining. It's a fair system. All the letters are there. Man, shut the fuck up. Just admit that you found a word just like luckily. It was happenstance. Don't act like this is a good system just because you found a word first. My shit might not even have the word, okay? Maybe I'm illiterate. Maybe all this looking is just futile, I'm never going to find that shit because I don't even know what I'm looking for. Imagine you're an alien and you don't know what a needle is, and someone's like, go find the needle in the haystack. And you're like, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin on that request. What the fuck is a needle? But yeah. Mondays are, what was it? Unpopular. Ugh. And when people say unpopular opinion, shut the fuck up. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm passionate. That's it. That's what abusive people say, don't they? They're like beating you. They're like, I'm not upset. I'm just a passionate person. Blood, sweat, and tears, right? That's what people put into things they love. Well, that's what's coming out of you right now as I beat the shit out of you. So really, I guess that means I love you. Unpopular opinion. You're not cool, man. Unpopular opinion. No, it's a wrong opinion. People like to, it's a cliche to hate cliches. I don't think cliches are that bad. There's a reason it's a cliche because it's dope, you know? Uggs, pumpkin spice lattes. Those are the two I always go to when I think cliche. People call them basic, right? A lot of young girls fall victim to this vilifying word of basic. What's wrong with being basic? It's dope shit. I enjoy dope shit. Is it cool if you find some like random other thing that's dope that not a lot of people are doing? Yeah. But don't lie and say you like a thing just to appear different. Just admit there's nothing wrong. It's not even like we're going to kick you out. We welcome you. We welcome you to say that Mondays fucking suck. You don't have to do this weird thing about Mondays. Again, if Mondays are blackmailing you, that's your thing. Figure that out. But if you're doing it just to, be a pick me person, shut the fuck up. I look down on you for doing that. You think this is going to raise your social status, make you cooler? No. I don't like you more. Hey, Gar, what do you mean I don't like you more? Yeah, if this is what you're doing, your base model probably don't like that to begin with. So this just makes me not like you more, you know? Unpopular opinion. I love Mondays. Whatever you're about to say after that, save it. Okay? You know what? No. uh, I went to Utah last weekend. That's why there wasn't an episode. I apologize for that. This has been getting listened to by more people. I just want to say thanks. I think we should make a concerted effort, you and I, to get this channel more numbers. Okay? So I've never said it. I don't think I've ever said it. Maybe on the first episode. No, I think on the first episode I even like went out of my way to be like, don't subscribe, don't watch this. But now, no, I'm turning a new leaf. Watch this, subscribe, talk to your friends about it, tell all your friends about it. We're getting this. What is today? July 31st. By July 31st, 2023, this shit better be at 10,000 subscribers. I don't give a fuck what you say. Get this shit there, okay? It's not even my control. It's for you to decide. I need you to make a grassroots campaign. That's right. When the Girl Scouts are out there setting up their cookies, I want you to set up a table right next to them. And I want you to tell people to subscribe to me, okay? Not even Gauruv Virk, my main channel. I'm talking about I'm doing well, okay? This is an I'm doing well movement. That's right. I have different personalities, and this is my I'm doing well personality, okay? Every week you think this is Gauruv Virk talking. It's not. It's not. It's that little cartoon guy. That's the guy that's talking to you, okay? And that guy thinks we can bump this shit up to there, okay? Because this has been nice, just us, this nice little book club we got going on. But let's, pump this shit up. Press subscribe. Like the video too. Leave a comment. That's right. We're turning this ship around, okay? We're going to get numbers, okay? It's going to go through the roof. But that being said, yeah, I got to do my end, right? I got to make the episodes. So I didn't make an episode last week, which is interesting because like I did actually bring all my equipment to Utah and then I just didn't record a video just because I was like, I don't want to. I mean, I just spent the whole time doing things and every night I slept maybe like 3 hours. So the one like window of opportunity I did get to record, I remember it was on Sunday. A friend of mine woke up at 9 to go to church and then I was going to join him at like 11:30. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll just wake up at 9 with him. I'll record my episode and then when he comes back to get me for church, now that I go to church, but we're in Utah, so it's like, breathing air over there. But when he comes to get me for church, I'll already have recorded this episode, and then later that night I'll edit it, and it'll be up Monday. But then you're on vacation or whatever, and then you make an executive decision to be like, no, whatever, just enjoy life, okay? Nothing is as serious as it seems. So I was like, if I miss a week, I've missed weeks before on this thing, whatever. Just make these when you can, you know? So I didn't want to like sleep deprive myself even more just to make one of these. I wanted to just chill. I think that's what you have to do in life, you know? Like know when to call it. I think some people like stress themselves out because they're like, this matters. And not in a nihilistic way, but a lot of times it doesn't fucking matter. Okay? So I would say, look out for yourself, not in like a selfish way, but a responsible way, you know? But when I was on this trip, I was boarding the plane and I was behind this older lady, this older couple actually, but the older lady was the closest to me. We were in a single file line and the husband was ahead of her, but by like 5 feet. Like there was a sizable gap between them. And the husband was like a normal distance from the party in front of him. But the lady in front of me, his wife, was like, you're hounding him, Bill. Back up. I was like, oh, fuck. Bill's fucking up. And I was like, oh, no. Wait, I'm as close as he is to those people to her. You know what I'm saying? Like the distance she was telling him was hounding, I was like probably closer to her. I was like, oh, fuck. I don't want to hound you, Martha. But I was like, that's such a weird. You're hounding him, Bill. Hound is funny because that's a dog, right? So it's like you're dogging him, Phil. And none of they didn't have mask on. So essentially, she was like, "You're raw dogging him, Bill." But it's funny, you didn't even really back up. I was like, "Yeah, that seems about right." You might be like, "Oh, is that because they've been together for like 80 years?" And no, I don't. I think it's just because you didn't hear her. Yeah, I I wear hearing aids. I can make that joke. Okay, shut up. Even if you didn't shut up, I probably wouldn't be able to hear you. All right. But when I was in Utah, we were considering seeing Nope. You know the movie by Jordan Peele. And laid out a fucking banger of a joke, and no one picked it up. I was in a party of like 5 people. I think that's right. Yeah, it was with like 5 people, and someone asked me, "Oh, have you seen? What are the Jordan Peele's first movies?" Oh, they were like, "Have you seen Us or Get Out?" And I said, "Nope." And they're like, "Oh, that's too bad." I was like, "You didn't." Okay, that was a joke because, I mean, I haven't seen them, but that I would never say nope. Like people don't say nope. That's like a cartoon character thing, or like maybe if you text. But people don't say nope. I said nope for a reason, and you didn't pick up on it. Okay, that's all right. I guess I should just get out. No, that's nope. All right. Anyways, I have a theory. I ran it by my friend. I have a theory that Mormons are catfishing us. Let me explain, okay? Let me explain. I have a theory that Mormons are. Let me explain it to you the way I explained it to him. Let's say Mormons on an attractiveness scale are an average of a 7, okay? It's a little high, but they welcomed me for a couple days, so I'll give them that. Let's say the Mormons are base level 7 in attractiveness. Well, Mormons are usually, forced to dress up. They wear the nice pants, the nice shoes, the button up shirt, the tie. So Mormons always have to look nice, So I think, actually we'll knock them down, okay? You don't want to make them too egotistical. That's probably a sin, right? I don't know. But let's say they're actually, Mormons are usually like a 5, okay? It's a little more reasonable. That's an average person, right? Because 10 is the best, 1 is the worst. Right in the middle, that's 5, okay? That's fine. That's average. Let's say the average Mormon is a 5 in attractiveness, right? I think they are all artificially at like 7s or 6 and 7s because of the way they dress. You ever seen that? You ever see someone you don't really like find that attractive or whatever? Not that I'm saying I'm some hotshot or anything, but just you following on this? But you ever see someone that you're like, yeah, or even if it's an attractive person, and then they like get dressed up, and you're like, hmm, okay. But that's how Mormons are all the time. Mormons are always dressed their best, Either that or like a tech bro. But Mormons are always dressed their best. So they're catfishing the world because we're like, yeah, they're a 7. When in reality, they're probably just a 5. But we wouldn't know that because they're dressed their best. Also, the shoes they wear, they usually give you a little height, those dress shoes, they give you like an inch. So Mormons are also taller and more put together than they actually are. So I think Mormons are fucking catfishing the world. And then that's why they get, married so soon. Well, first, they want to have sex, but also because they've been tricking everyone. They've been tricking all the women into thinking they're attractive when they're not. They're just well dressed and taller than they really are. So yeah, I think Mormons are the ubiquitous catfish. I think we gotta stop letting them get away with it, Let them go to church and like in public how they think they should. I think that'll really like I've heard we have a population problem. I think that'll solve it. I think if we let these dudes dress how they actually think they're supposed to dress, I think we could solve this population problem. I don't think they deserve to be uh, laying it down as much as they are, if you know what I mean, respectfully. But yeah, you ever think about that? I've run this theory by now 3 people and they're all like, yeah, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, I say it's time we stop letting these Mormons get away with it, It's bullshit. Why does numb not have a B sound, but number does? Shouldn't number just be number? Isn't number a word? Like I feel number? No, it'd be more numb. I think it's because someone realized they're like, oh fuck. In numb, you don't hear the B. In number, you do. Shit. So I can't create a word called number. We'll just have people say more numb. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, send it out. Okay, boom, that's the English language right there. That's the last thing they did. They went through to like fact check it and they're like, fuck. Can you guys come check this out? Do you see this? This B is silent. They're like, uh-huh. But then when you put an ER at the end, you can hear it. And it's like a different word too. And they're like, oh fuck. Yeah, so like a B is not consistent in this like language we created. Fuck. Okay. You know what? Just put like an asterisk there and just send it out. Okay. Just put a little note that, yeah, just, the thing you just told me, just put that at the bottom of the page and people will get it. Okay. Let's go out. It's Friday. We're about to climax this week. Okay. That's a weird one, right? But then there's Dumb and Dumber. And I was like, what if there was Numb and Number? That wouldn't make sense, That's what it's, that's actually what it's called. There's a movie about there's Dumb and Dumber. But then there's a movie about a guy that becomes a math teacher. That's called Numb and Number. He doesn't find fulfillment in his career. So he's just numb and he deals with numbers. Okay. I did go to the movies though recently. I told you, Thor: Love and Thunder. And I had a thought. And I was like, why are only movies advertised at movie theaters? But all forms of entertainment are advertised everywhere else. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in movies, you'll never see an ad for a TV show. But on YouTube, like you'll see ads for toys, you'll see ads for other YouTube videos. You'll see ads for TV shows. You'll see ads for movies. But movies will never let you have ads for YouTube videos, shows, toys. They're just like, yeah, because we want to like keep it in the family, you know? We want you to see other movies. We don't want you to go flirt with TV shows. We don't want you to go flirt with a little toy. No, we want you to do more of this. Okay? We want you to do more of us. Movies are like one big like family, and where everyone's like a wingman for their cousin. You know, they're like, if you think this is cool, there's also this, cousin. It's still the same family of movies, but it's a different kind. You know, we all share the movie Blood, but it's a different kind of flavor. You know, I thought that was interesting. I was like, wait, does that mean like how much do you have to pay to advertise in a movie theater, right? Because you just need money. It's not like they're gatekeeping, where they're like, well, we just don't want to advertise a TV show because that would ruin the purity of the movie experience. We just want you to see other movies that exist. And it's like, no, that's not true. If you have a big enough price, they'll fucking play whatever you want in the ad section. So I was like, God damn, how much does it cost to get ads at movie theaters? I don't know. But then I bet, yeah, isn't it crazy? Like, if you go to the movies, you probably already know what movies exist. So who the fuck is paying for like theater ad space? The real ad space is like, yeah, on YouTube videos and shit. That's like what taps into the pulse of society, right? Like if you go to the theater, you already got them, you know? That's enough of a barrier of entry. Once you go to a movie theater, and plus, you're walking down to your theater, like number, and you're seeing all the posters on the wall, and you're like, oh, wow, look at that. Maybe I'll see that next week. So I don't know why you gotta advertise movies in the movie theater. We get it. No, I actually do like it, though. I like seeing trailers in movie theaters. But I'm just like, can't you guys show us other stuff too? Like, isn't there this new show that's on, like Hulu or some shit? I'd like to know about that. What am I gonna do when I go home, you know? Sure, I'll see another movie, but I got that off the poster in the hallway. What else do you have to offer to me? You know? Yeah, this is nice. This is nice, but what else? I got an email. I think I did it to myself, but I got an email from Converse. I can't tell if it's one of those like auto-generated emails because you went to their website once and now they're like, "Oh, you were looking at this. Do you still want it?" I'm like, Hey, I'll come back for it. Okay? Jesus Christ. Calm down. Like you were looking at these 7 items. I think they would look good on you. Okay, chill out, Converse. I know. Jesus. They always do that. They're like, "We noticed these things were in your cart. We were holding on to your cart actually." And I'm like, "You don't have to do all that." They're like, "Well, yeah, we don't. We're not doing it out of a niceness. We just want your money." So, I'm like, okay, well, you got to respect the transparency, At least your motives are clear. Yeah, I don't like these companies that they're like, "This would look good on you." I'm like, "You know it won't. You just want me to fucking throw my money at you." And they're like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "So don't lie to me about what would look good." I do that to myself. I do a fine job of lying to myself. I don't need you to do it to me too. We think these 5 looks would look great on you. No, you don't. Anyways, Converse sent me an email and it said, "They're back. Don't miss out." I was like, what's back? Maybe that is important. Maybe I was looking at something that was out of stock and now I maybe do want to revisit it. And I went into the email and there was no product displayed. I was like, what? Okay. So what's back? And they're like, well, they're back. Don't miss out. I'm like, yeah, but what is back though? And they're like, well, yeah. I'm like, no, okay. I don't know if you think you're answering my question, but you're not. Okay. I'm saying that you're saying there's a product that's back. You're saying they're back. I'm asking in this situation, what is they? What you're saying they are back. What is they? Hmm? Who is back? Who are back? You know? Because you're saying I shouldn't miss out. But what am I missing out on? They're like, well, don't miss out. I'm like, yeah, no, I got it. Like, nope, nope. You might think I don't get it. I get it. Um, I would just like more clarity on the subject. And then I was like, this is fucking stupid. But there was a link to their website, so I did go on the website and buy 3 pairs of shoes. So did they get me? Yeah, but at least I'm not the one missing out, okay? I came out ahead in that exchange. Imagine if I was the fool missing out, okay? I'm just kidding. I didn't buy 3 pairs of shoes, okay? I bought one and a sweatshirt, okay? And a pair of socks. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, man. Don't look at me like that. Also, I said I went to Utah. I am surprised. I don't know why I never thought about it, but as we were taking off, leaving Sacramento, I was like, it's wild that we've managed to make planes smooth enough for like all people. Like in theory, it's wild that most people don't have any trouble flying. On a flight, a handful of people like maybe need to take, some medicine or just like hold a loved one or something to be okay. But I'm like, that's crazy. If you think about what we're doing, we're just traveling in a bus through the air, not the battle bus, but like a giant, you know, thing. And we're in the fuselage. Is that what it's called? The thick ass body of a plane. But no. Um, I was just thinking about it as we were taking off. I was like, why are we all so calm? Like, how did we get to this point? Because then there was like a little drop. And I was like, it feels like a drop. But that was probably like, what, 30 feet we just dropped? If I was on a roller coaster that dropped fucking 30 feet, well, first of all, I wouldn't be on it, okay? Because I have eyes and I would see that and be like, no. You know? I paid to get into the park, okay? I'm not going to pay for, I paid in dollars, okay? I don't need to pay in trauma, too. So I'm not fucking doing Guardians of the Galaxy, okay? Fuck you. Tower of Terror. Why would you name your ride Tower of Terror? This is a tower, and its most characteristic quality is that it's full of terror. I'm like, you guys suck at branding. I don't get why you would think you would get any traffic. And they're like, well, a lot of people are masochists. I'm like, okay, that's fair. There's a market for everything. So if you make a tower of terror, I think people will go. Just know that I won't be there. Okay. But I was like, that's weird. I just took this like turbulence. I just took this like drop of probably like 30 feet or whatever. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Maybe adjusting my seat a little bit. Maybe you got a little wedgie from that. You're like, oh, I wasn't supposed to wasn't supposed to do that down there. But then you're okay. But roller coasters are fucking terrifying. Even if you like roller coasters, you still scream. You're like, oh my God, this is happening. But on a plane, we're like, no, this is just a normal mode of transportation. Apparently a plane is safer than a car. Like, how did we do that? Like, how did we how did we go from the wrong brothers? Sorry, wait, what are they? The Wright brothers. The left brothers? No, the Wright brothers. How do we go from the Wright brothers to planes? Like, that's fucking wild, right? It's not actually the technology of planes isn't surprising. It's the part of planes that made it okay for everyone. I don't get how planes are just usable by the everyday person. That's crazy, right? Like, I feel like more people should be freaking out on planes. Maybe it's the ignorance thing, right? Maybe people are just kind of stupid. Maybe everyone that rides planes loves Mondays, Maybe everyone's just lying to themselves because it would be easier to lie and say that Mondays are lovely and planes aren't scary, just so we can get on with our day. Maybe it's that. Maybe everyone is scared of planes, but they haven't internalized it yet. I think if you sat down with someone, like this is how I have existential crises, where you take a shower or you're laying in bed and then you like have this thread in your head and you start pulling it and you start, pulling more of that thread and you're like, oh fuck, where did I just get to? I think everyone has a thread, an exposed thread of a fear of flying. And I think if you just pull it enough, I think more people would be scared of flying. But like a shirt, you kind of just, tuck it in and you're like, well, that's fine. I don't have to worry about it if I don't look at it. But I'm like, if you think about it, I feel like there's a great reason to be scared of planes, you know? But it's wild that humans have created them in a way that makes it like chill. We're like, yeah, no, I'll get on that. I'll get on that giant fucking cylinder full of people touching knees, serving peanuts and fucking small ass drinks, and fly over all these goddamn states among the clouds, above the clouds. This is funny. I don't know if you'll find this funny, but like people will ride planes, but they won't eat ass. You know, it's like, what are you really scared of in life? You know. uh, I was thinking, like, what if you just got a crazy good sense of smell out of nowhere, or like really any sense? Like, what if you didn't like have a great sense of smell? We'll go off of this one, and then all of a sudden you just get a crazy like good sense of smell. I feel like you would fucking hate it. You'd be like, sensory overload, right? Like, I don't want to. Like, yeah, okay, baked bread smells good, but oof, yeah, someone needs to take the trash out more often. What the fuck? I didn't know watermelon smelled like that after a while. You know? Oh God, oh. People always smell milk to see if it's like expired. If it's like past the date, they'll be like, "Well, is it really expired?" Yeah. I can't do that. Like there's a point when I'm like, "Oh, it's like when I test for expired milk, the operation is binary, you know? It's either like, "Oh, definitely yes" or definitely no. When it's in that middle area, I can't tell. I have no idea if like milk that's on the cusp of expiring, I can't sniff that out, you know? So what if one day I just could and I develop like a fear of milk and then it gets really internalized so then I can't even intake dairy and it's like fuck, well my class is having a fucking ice cream sundae party and it's like Garv, you're 23. You're never going to have an ice cream party again. Okay, well hey, let a boy dream, okay? Boy, you're a man, you're 23. Okay, hey, where's all this hostility coming from? Okay? I was trying to do my thing. You're coming in here real hot and heavy, okay? Back the fuck up. I don't like the speed and the heat at which you are approaching me right now. Motherfucker, okay? Next thing you tell me I'm never gonna have a pizza party again. Well, okay, don't even start with me on that. Okay, we can have one in the office. Absolutely, we can have one in the office. No, Garv, that's just called going to the cafeteria. Oh, fuck you, okay? I bet you're the person that killed Santa Claus just so you could tell everyone else that Santa's not real. That's right. Santa was real, and then you killed him just to crush everyone's dreams. And then you perpetuated this lie that the motherfucker never even existed. Fuck you, man. You childhood killer. That's right. Santa's coming to my pizza party, okay? We're going to have ice cream sundaes afterwards, okay? Fuck you. Anyways, thanks for listening to this podcast. Means a lot. Go ahead, leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Remember, we're going grassroots with this thing. Make sure you like the video too. That always means a lot. I usually gauge like the success of an episode on the likes, so that's big. You might not think it does anything, but it dictates my self-esteem for an entire week. So, just know you have that power. You would think 5 years into making online content that I wouldn't, get a gauge my self-esteem from online validation, but no, we're going hot and heavy. We're still doing it, we're still doing this thing. A dislike? Oh no. I guess I've never done anything worthwhile in my life and I should hate myself. No, I think I'm numb to dislikes now. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just want to make good things now. I don't care. I'm I'm all about getting views and making a good product. Whatever the ratings are, yeah, who gives a shit, you know? Anyways, that being said, I guess we'll wrap this episode up a little early. You know, don't want to mumble about nothing. Garv, what'd you just do for 42 minutes? Okay, shut up. Okay, now you're getting on my nerves with that shit. Okay. Anyways, I do really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to this, and yeah, I'll talk at you next week. Okay. Bye.